So no matter what it took to get to my goal, I did it. Whether that was sacrificing form, which I did, whether that was, maybe not being even in the right mindset, maybe not even wanting to hit the reps, I still did it. That is that discipline that builds right here. When you work out, when you lift, when you destroy your flesh, when you crucify your flesh, that is that discipline that builds it. What's up, guys? It's Donnie. Just got done with my morning routine, but today I'm just gonna take you guys through basically my day. I got a lot of stuff going on, got a lot of stuff to do. Then we're hitting back and tricep, maybe with a friend, maybe on my own later today after I work. So I got done with the morning routine, put me in the right mindset, put me in the right flow state to get things done. Had to deal with this order that I had. It got messed up for these car scents that I ordered for Christmas. Apparently it was a subscription. I didn't know that, so I got charged again, which really sucks, but hopefully we get that figured out. Now, classic breakfast, egg sandwich, 4 eggs, 4 pieces of bread. I had a few muffins that my mom made earlier. But I'm living at home now. I'm back from college and I'm transferring schools. So I was originally at a different school than what I'm going to this semester. That was my first college that I went to. So I was kind of sad to leave. I made a lot of good friends. I'm going to visit them because it's only an hour and a half away from my house. But man, I was really sad to leave my friends. But there's a lot more opportunity up here at my new college. It's a little bit north of my house. It's going to provide some excitement, we'll say. And my girlfriend's up here, so it makes that better. But yeah, today, like I said, just going to take you guys through some stuff. So I'm going to take you down to my room after I'm done eating and show you what I got going on. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I'm going to be onboarding my new friend who's going to be my client into my system. So he's wanting to lose body fat, he's wanting to gain muscle, all the good stuff. But I'm going to onboard him today, get his plan set up, and we're going to see how far we can take him in 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, something like that. All right, so got my room fixed up, all cleaned up, got the cars on the desk. I want more Lego cars, but because these things are just so freaking cool. But I got that Porsche. Now, I created my whiteboard, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I do my whiteboard every single day. I have stuff on here. So I have my non-negotiables. I know it's probably reversed in the camera, but I have my non-negotiables. I have my nighttime note, and I have my daily theme, which is just what I do for my stories, just to make sure I keep track of what I post. But yeah, these non-negotiables, you guys should be doing them all the time. If you are not doing non-negotiables, you're not going to complete things during the day. I'm just telling you. Like, when I didn't do non-negotiables, reading my Bible was thrown out the window. I never did that because it wasn't a non-negotiable. I didn't have to do it. So it didn't make me, I never forced myself to do it outside of a few times maybe per week, but it wasn't every single day. Now that's on here as a non-negotiable, every single day I have to complete it. I have to read 15 minutes of my Bible no matter what. And that's what I did last night. And it cost me a little bit of sleep, but it's worth it in the end because I know that if I don't read my Bible now, I probably won't read it tomorrow. I probably won't read it the next day. I probably won't read it the next day. You have to do it now. You have to do everything with action, with speed, with action. Obviously it is an action, but you have to do it with speed. The nighttime note, that's just something I do for myself. That's just a little quote that I put for the night. And then in the morning, I'll be able to get up, look at that, read that, make sure it sets my mind straight. It's all about mindset. Everything is about mindset. I try to make everything as optimized as possible. That's why everything is really put together. Everything's really clean. I make my bed every day. I have, just that is organized. Everything over here is organized. That is organized in my mind. And then my desk is organized in my mind. It may not look organized, but it's organized in my mind. If you're not organizing your room, if you're not organizing your space, you're going to feel cloudy. You're going to feel like everything's all over the place, and some people organize differently, but if it's not organized to a standard, then you will start feeling all wonky in your head. So that's why I put pride and I put a lot of emphasis on organizing your stuff, making your bed, making things look good. I like to take care of what God gives me, because if I show him I can take care of what he gives me, he'll give me even more. That's a Bible verse somewhere. Obviously, I don't want that out of pride. I don't want that out of, oh, just give me a bunch of stuff. No, but I want to take care of what he's given me to show him that I'm grateful for it. But yeah, right now we're going to get some work done. Like I said, I need to work on my college stuff, and then probably eat lunch after that, and then probably work on some stuff before the gym. On a side note, do you guys see these stretch marks right down here? I don't know if they're stretch marks or just from a shirt that I'm wearing or something, but it's on both sides right there too. I hope they're stretch marks. I've been really focusing on my chest lately, trying to get that big, but if it's expanding, it's sure showing it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I think it's helping putting my chest day on a different day than my bicep, because I used to do tricep, chest, and shoulder, tricep, chest, and shoulder. And now I'm doing a chest, shoulder, and bi, and then a back and tricep day. So we're hitting back and tricep day, but I like the split because it switches up the secondary muscles. That's what it is. It switches up your secondary muscles, because when you're using your chest, you're also using your tricep. Well, I don't want to wear my tricep out before I start working it on my working sets. So that's why I like doing my bicep with my chest now, and it's becoming pretty popular. I've heard a lot of people started doing it, but I've tried out numerous splits, and this is probably my favorite one so far. All right, guys, just got done with all my college stuff, doing transcripts, doing orientation, doing password changes, whatever it was. It's so annoying to do college stuff. I'm not gonna lie. All their websites are just so out of whack. It's pretty insane. But now we're gonna go eat lunch. I'll show you guys what I'm eating here in a second to fuel my body, and we're gonna call some jobs up and try to apply, because I'm trying to get something in the finance realm, since that's what I'm going into. But I also want to be a personal trainer, because if I'm training people online, training people in person wouldn't be that hard, would it? I mean, my online training is definitely different than personal training. My online training is really a self-development type of training, because I take people, not just their physical, but their mindset, and I shift it into something greater, whether that's through our one-on-one meetings that I have with my clients, or my one-on-one, my coaching, whether that's fitness or the mindset coaching, or the course that they go through, or the videos that I give them, whatever it is. It's a lot more than just your physical. It's a lot more of your spiritual. It's a lot more of your mental. And that's what you need to go through life. You can't just have your physical side be great and have your mindset be trash. You know, that's why I try to pride myself on changing people's lives through their mindset and through their spirituality, through their relationship with God, but while building their body, because that is one of the most important things in life, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm eating here in a second, and then we're going to call some people. All right, so for lunch, I'm going to be eating these salmon patties that my mom makes them. She calls them salmon patties. It's basically just Ritz crackers and salmon. So they're actually pretty good. And I'm also going to be having a yogurt along with a bunch of other things. But the main thing I want to talk about here is, if you go to the gym in the morning, you want to be carb loading your breakfast. If you go to the gym before breakfast, well, you're not really working out. You need to get some sort of carbs in before that. So maybe like an apple, a banana, or a rice cake. If you go to the gym in the morning, what I used to do over the summer is I go to the gym about 10:30. So I would carb load in my breakfast, make sure I eat a banana before the gym, and I would be set. But now that I work out later in the day, I need to make sure I get plenty of protein in my lunch, and then I carb load, have a really high carb snack before an hour. And if I eat a baked potato, or if I eat a potato, which I will today, it's an hour and a half before the gym. And then if I eat something like a simple carb, it's like 30 minutes before the gym. But you always want to make sure you carb up before the gym. Your body uses carbs when it is lifting. When you're lifting, you're using carbs. If you're doing some sort of cardio, you still need carbs, but this is mainly for the lifters, because that's what I do. If you're working out real late at night, still carb up before the gym. Okay, it's always going to be carb, carb, carb. And your overall protein intake is going to matter more than the timing of your protein. The timing of your carbs matters, because your body uses those for energy at different times of the day. You know, if I carb up in the morning, all of those carbs are going to get used throughout the day, and then I go work out at night, it won't matter. Carb up before the gym, like an hour and a half, if it's complex carb. That way you are fueled for your workout. The protein doesn't really matter so much. You know, it's good to get protein after the gym, and I have a protein shake that I used to drink, but I ran out and I haven't got any more. It's isolate protein, so it's pre-digested. It sounds a little bit weird, but it digests within like 15 minutes instead of the standard, like, I think it's an hour and a half that it takes normal protein to digest, and that's really, really good. Otherwise, Protein's going to replenish your body no matter what. Have a lot of protein throughout the day and you'll be set. You know, you don't really need to time your protein as much as you need to time your carbs. And remember to sleep, because your body uses that protein for muscle synthesis recovery. Always mess that up. While you're sleeping, your muscle actually grows the most while you sleep. So if you're not prioritizing your sleep along with your protein, you're not going to grow at all. So ended up having a change of plans. Went into work. My job's kind of weird where you can decide to work if you don't want to. You can decide to work on the days that you're available. So yeah, ended up going into work instead of working on some other stuff, but made some all right money. And now we're going to hit some back and tricep. So ran out of pre-workout. All I'm using right now is my pump, which is basically just beta-alanine and L-citrulline, that type of stuff, you get what I mean. But I already had my carbs, technically. Didn't really grab anything before I left the house because I didn't plan on going to work. So I didn't really grab any simple carbs to eat before my workout. And even though I work at a grocery store, I just didn't feel like buying anything because some of my coworkers, one of the cashiers gave us some cookies. So I was like, sure, why not? I'll use that for my pre-workout carb. So I got that done. Sat in here, watched a little bit of Instagram reels, not gonna lie, and now we're gonna head in. But hopefully this will be a good workout. Hopefully this pump will fuel me up. And yeah, I probably should deadlift, but I wasn't really prepared to deadlift, so I don't know. Might deadlift, might not. Probably will today. Probably just need to suck it up and do it. So I'll probably deadlift today. Another thing too, let me tell you guys, I work at a grocery store. The amount of pure slop that comes through the lines, because I bag groceries, I get to see everyone's food. The amount of slop that people buy is just insanity. And people always buy pertaining to the way they look. People that are fit will buy chicken, they'll buy beef, they'll buy regular food. And then these other people who are not in shape go out and buy cookies and chips and Doritos and soda. It's like you would not believe it. So the grocery store is mainly where that stuff takes place and why it's such a determining factor. Because if you're showing up to the grocery store hungry and with a bad mindset, you're not going to end up buying the right stuff. So make sure you're always showing up there with the right mindset to buy good food, not junk. Miss Groove. Holy cow. So as you guys just saw, that 455 for 4, and then for 2 reps after, I said, screw the form. I just want to hit the reps. I've been fed up. I haven't had a good gym sesh when I was deadlifting in like a month. Every day I showed up. In the past like 3 weeks, I felt terrible. So I was just saying, screw the form. I want to hit the reps. And that's what I ended up doing. And then those 2 reps after, holy cow, those were tougher in the first 4. But being back here, you know, I was at college, I was at a different gym. It was just a different environment. You know, there was people all the time. I was talking to people. I had some gym friends, dapping people up, seeing everyone. But coming back here, it's it brings back some different memories because this was my home gym. This is where I started lifting. This is where I hit my 225. This is where I hung out with all my friends. You know, we used to hit lifts together all the time. It brought back a lot of good memories, but it also brought back the memories where I was crying on the way to the gym. I remember this one night, I was just fed up and I just had enough. I don't know what was going on, but I was just fed up with everything. I just needed to go to the gym and let out some anger. And I did that. And I felt amazing afterwards. And there were other days where got broken up with, came here. So there was always a solution. It was always the gym. It was always lifting. It was always bettering myself. It was always getting better. That was always the solution to my problems. No matter what it was, whether it was indirect or direct. I would get broken up with, I'd come here, I'd feel way better about myself. I would have problems at home and I would come here, I would feel way better about myself. Like, no matter what, this place put me in the right mindset. Put me in that mindset to where I would say, you know what? Things are in my control. I can control the weight. I can control how many reps I do. I can control my intensity. I can control my situation within my means. And if I can do that in here, I can do that everywhere else. The discipline that I built in this place was just astounding. The discipline that I built here changed the course of my life. In this gym right here, I'm staring at it right now. The discipline that you build in the gym can change the course of your life. Whether that's with your relationship with God, whether that's in your job, whether that's in your relationships with your spouse or your kids or your parents, whatever it is, it will change your life for the better. Because if you walk in here and say, I'm going to go as hard as possible no matter what, and I'm going to improve no matter what, then you have to do that. And then you have to act on it. So once you act on it, and once you go through the reps, you just saw with that 455, I said I was going to get 4. I had 4 on my app that I use to track my lifts. 4 reps. I had to get it no matter what. So no matter what it took to get to my goal, I did it. Whether that was sacrificing form, which I did. Whether that was, maybe not being even in the right mindset, maybe not even wanting to hit the reps, I still did it. That is that discipline that builds right here. When you work out, when you lift, when you destroy your flesh, when you crucify your flesh, that is that discipline that builds it. So many people miss that. Why do so many people hate their lives? Why do so many people say they have anxiety or depression or their lives just suck? Because they don't take control of their situation. Take control of your situation and then you'll be happy. Realize that you can control almost everything in your life. Your emotions, the way you react to things, how much effort you're willing to put in. You can control these 3 things and probably a numerous amount more. You have no room to complain about your situation. And that's especially what I learned here. If I didn't like my physique, if I didn't like how strong I was, I would just get in the gym and change it. Yes, it takes time. Yes, you have to be patient. Yes, you have to do everything else right outside of the gym, like sleep, eat. But it's the principle. It's the principle of coming here. It's the principle of putting yourself in the right mindset to lift and then let it reciprocate on the back end in your life. That is why I do it. And that is why I encourage you guys to do it all the time. That's my page telling you guys to get in the gym. It did numbers for my relationship with God. If I can come in here and put up rep after rep after rep when I'm drained, when I'm dead, when I don't want to, then who's to say I can't deny sin the next time it comes? Who's to say I can't deny that temptation the next time it comes? Because I'm the determiner. I get to choose. This is what it teaches you. You are in control of your life. You get to choose your actions. No one chooses them for you. So when you say the devil made me sin, no, that's not how that works. When you say, oh, well, he did this or she did that and, I just couldn't help it. No, it is your decision. It's always your decision. It is never not your decision. So this is not something hard to understand. This is very elementary. But the hard part is taking it and using it. Most of you guys will watch this video and you won't think much of it. You'll just go, oh yeah, that's good advice. And then just walk away. Take this and apply it.
Go to the gym. See how it improves your life. If you don't know where to start, just DM me. I can talk to you. This is what I want to do. I want to help people get better. That's literally what I want to do. You have no excuse whatsoever to not work out, to not hit your goals. You have no excuse whatsoever to get better. So you're laying on your deathbed and you say, I'm just not satisfied with my life. I feel like I did nothing. That is your fault. And if you feel that way now, that's very good. That's exactly what I felt. And what happened? I started taking it I started grabbing it with my hands and controlling it, controlling my life. There's so many things you can do. First, you need to start with your habits. Next, you probably need to go to your eating because your eating probably sucks. But you also need to get in the gym. You also need to get your mindset straight. This is why I post these videos, for you guys to get your mindset straight. My mindset is very cut and clean. I've built it over years and years and years. I've probably built my mindset better than some 40-year-olds who have they have double my life experience. Because all it takes is this effort. The only reason that some people don't get the result they desire is because they don't put in the effort to get it. And yes, luck has some things to do in it. I was reading this at work that talks about how sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes you're born in the wrong economy and it's just luck. But whatever is outside of luck comes down to you. Whatever is outside of luck and risk comes down to you, your reaction to things, and your determination to get there. Okay? Everything is in your control. Understand that. With that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm probably going to go home and get some work done. Yeah, still got to onboard that one client that I was talking about, and we're going to eat some dinner. So, see you guys there. Just got done writing my 545. I came home from the gym and ate, and then kind of just hung out with family. So, didn't get much work done today, but it was a good day. I got better, and I made this, so that's good. But yeah, tomorrow got some good goals set. Going to a Christmas Eve party, but doesn't matter. Still got to set your goals. Still got to get your 545 done. Still got to make sure you're on top of things. That's why your habits roll over day to day. It's not just a one-time thing. But now all I got left is my Bible reading under there. I love having that as the last thing in my day, reading my Bible, and then straight hit the hay. Now it's the last thing on my mind is God's word. And also I'm going to turn off all my lights, make the room really, really dim, use my lamp for my Bible reading so that you only take in a little bit of light. The less light you take in, slowly you start to get more sleepy. I've noticed that. I made a video about quality of sleep. It's really, really an important thing. Like once I started prioritizing my quality of sleep instead of my quantity, it's just, I'm never tired anymore throughout the day. I don't need caffeine. I don't need anything. I just need good quality sleep. But yeah, with that, that's going to end the video. Thanks for watching. If you stayed till this, you're crazy watching some 20-year-old kid just go through life. But I hope I can add value to your life somehow, some way. You know, even if that's one thing you took from my video and it makes your life better, that's all I ask. But yeah, see you guys in the next one.